All right, folks, this is the morning after. She looked like she dried pretty good. I'll do a little bit of cleanup on that, but that's okay. We're getting ready to, I got the black mixed up. Got everything jacked up. I'm gonna shut the door here in a few minutes just because it is getting a little windy outside. And Rust-Oleum suggests you use acetone there to, I guess that's how you say it, acetone. That's what you use to mix this stuff up with. And it's got a little cup right there. It comes with that sprayer, and you dip a big old bunch of it out there, and then you wait, you count. I think it's like 22 seconds, and then that's where you want 18 to 22 seconds. I found it better to get closer to 18, say 17 seconds, more than 22 seconds. It just, the sprayer likes it when she's a little bit thinner. And then I just kind of add me a little bit, just keep adding a little bit and adding a little bit. It's ended up being about probably a third, probably 3 parts paint to 1 part. Yeah, probably 3 part. It's a third thinner. There you go. I guess I'll get it out that way. So I guess that'd be what, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner, maybe. Which is not really a bad ratio. I mean, I don't thin my clear, which I use PPG clear, and then I use 1-on-1, 1 part thinner, 1 part paint on my PPG paint. So really, that's not too bad of a mixture. It's pretty thick. That's still pretty thick right there. It's not too bad. I like Rust-Oleum. It don't hold its glimmer and its shine like regular automotive paint, but for durability, you can't hardly beat it. So it turned out all right. I probably should have done a little bit better, neater job with my welds. A few welds here and there. It looks kind of, I mean, they hold good, but I probably should have dressed that up a little bit better, and I should have grinded a little bit more in that. And you got to remember, people, I don't do this for a living, and this is mine. It belongs to me. It's going to belong to me. I don't really, after 2 or 3 months, this thing will be scratched and tore all to pieces. So it ain't gonna matter much. Plus, you never know, may have a blowout or something that'll tear a fender off. Looks pretty good. So I think we're gonna get us some paint mixed up. Hopefully this paint gun still works. I don't have to break out another one. Well, there we go, folks. Sprayed the black on her. She turned out all right. She's good and thick. I put almost 2 gallons on it. Got some of it in the floor, I know. Got some overspray in the floor. I don't know if I don't figure it'll come up. But new shop can't stay new forever. I got both doors open. Ah, dog, it's pretty. It's like 60-some degrees today on Christmas Day. So, there she is. She's all blacked out. I'll try to get tires and wheels put back on it. I probably won't put them back on it probably till tomorrow. Might get them late tonight. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. Probably ain't gonna do a whole lot else for the rest of the day. I think I'm gonna go up and see my mom and dad and kind of dabble around. Miss Kay's in the house. But Miss Kay got me a new radio. Got me a new radio for my shop. It plays my USB card thing. So I ain't had CDs in years. I mean, I know I still got them, but I'm not even sure where they're at. Probably gonna have to do a little bit of touching up here and there, ain't we? Back on it. That's where I had that door opened up there. See that spot come off? That's all right. We'll clean him up. We'll clean him up after a while and get him touched up. So Okay, what we're doing is we're making this a light bar, and well, I guess it's a double light bar mount. It's gonna be for the back of the headache rack. These lights are gonna be shining out toward the trailer. I'm gonna have this big old long one shining toward the trailer. Then I'm gonna have one of these smaller ones on each side. It's gonna be shining down from the side of the truck. It mounts up there to cover up that big ugly spot on that headache rack anyway. It mounts right there. I ordered a brand new strobe light bar last night. It's black and silver. It matches the same scenario. But basically what I got is I got this. This is going to sandwich. The headache rack is going to be right here. It's going to sandwich. Got a piece of 2-inch and a couple pieces of 1/4-inch flat bar to make my spacer up. I got me some bolts. Went ahead and pre-drilled them, tightened them up. Double checked it, 2.5 inches, which is what that right there is. So when I get it all welded together, it should just sit right down on top there. Throw 2 bolts in it and it should be done. This is a piece of 4-inch C-channel. It's a little too heavy for what we're doing, but it's what I had laying around, so that's what we're going to use. After we get the lights and everything, I just then kind of had an epiphany. I don't really want that light bar sitting flat on it, and then the way the mount is, it's only going to be setting up off of that flat bar or off that C-channel 1/4 inch or so. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut us a piece of this thinner 2-inch, and I'll lay it up right here, and I'll beat it up real good and weld it up right here. This light will mount to the top of the flat bar of the angle iron, and then this light will mount to the side. So that'll get us our lights up off of this flat C-channel a little bit, give it a little bit of room to where if snow or whatever gets underneath it, rain can go up underneath it. It won't be too big of a deal. I cut 2 pieces of this 1.5-inch square tubing. I'm just going to place these here, just nothing, just out of vision only. 2 pieces of flat bar welds on top of those, which is part of my wedge, and that's what my light bar will weld onto. My light bar, the strobe light bar, sits up a little bit higher, so when you're actually staring at the back of the truck, it's going to be setting up on 2 pedestals, and 1.5-inch tubing pedestals going to be setting up. And the reason being is that way it gets it up above the cab, the lights, and all that good bull mess, and that way I'm not going to lose any visibility of my light bar once I get so close to an area or somebody gets up on me. Keeps that light bar up above the cab in vision within sight. So I think these are 10 inches. And then of course the mounting, I got to make a mounting apparatus to make the bracket work. So that'll end up raising the light bar on up another couple inches. So it'll give us plenty. It may look, I don't think it's going to look goofy. I think it's going to look great. I measured it actually with the air out of the cab, so the cab's going to go up another 1.5 inches, probably 2 inches anyway, so it's going to work out nice. So I got to cut these off and finish getting this thing fabricated together. Well, she's roughed in. Got the side light on. She's all mounted up pretty good. I can see a couple things I'm going to change. Another reason why I wanted to go ahead and fit it. I'm about ready to call it for the night, but I'll stand back this way. Now, like I said, there's going to be another light bar on top of that one. That's going to be the flashy light. And I think it looks like it's sticking way up there, but if you come around to the front, it ain't. By the time the cab raises up, the cab's going to raise up probably 2 more inches, probably when it gets full of air. And I wanted that middle light to stick up some, mostly to kind of hide that gap between the bottom of your flashy light and the top of this door, the top of the rack there. I wanted to kind of split that, make it to where it wasn't so big old hole in there. And then these lights here, I didn't see any reason to raise them up, and I think they look better low like that, because I think it gives the contour. I mean, I think that's going to look killer. Once all this is done and painted, it's going to look killer. On the ends out here, I'm on a 45. I'm going to miter cut those. I'm going to miter cut that back. I think I'm going to cut it backwards too. Usually I cut everything off this way, but this time I'm gonna go a backward miter on that, and I think that'll make it look, I think that's gonna really, because I didn't realize when I was trying to design this thing in my head, I was sitting in a chair and I was trying to design this thing in my head, and I wanted that light to shine down. I wanted this light to be able to shine down, so if I miter cut that like I'm talking, I can even cut a little bit more off of it, but I think that that'll be about the right angle right there for him to be shining down. I think that's gonna look good. We'll get him all tore down there. I ain't gonna do much more of anything now. My daughter Lulu, she went to go get us a Marco's pizza. There's some good pizzas down there. My local diner, they're not open on Sundays, so I can't eat your all's pizzas. I gotta eat down the road there. Well, I think she turned out nice. I really do. I get him off there. I might go ahead and take it back off. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take it back off, and we'll go ahead and maybe weld a couple things on it before we quit. All right, guys, that's a wrap. I'm done. Put us some ties. This is where we're going to be able to tie all of our wiring. I probably should have put them down here, and I didn't think about it. I mean, it was already too late. I probably should have put them down there. I could have hid most of the wiring down in here, but it ain't no big deal. I mean, it'll look nice and neat with the wiring on the top right here, all wired together, wiring coming down, tied together and then down. I mean, it'll look nice. I ain't really gonna let it bother me too much. I don't know how I messed that up and put them up on top like that. I was thinking that's where the wires were gonna be anyway, so let's just go ahead and run them there. But I'm gonna finish putting my tools and everything up. Lulu should be back about any minute. That's my daughter's nickname, Lulu. I'm going to finish putting my tools and stuff up, turn the lights out, and I'm going to head down here to the poorhouse. So, you guys, thanks for watching, and back to Wyoming County for a couple of, if anybody needs any wrenches, these are good, these are Pittsburgh wrenches, but them's really good wrenches. So, we'll go back there tomorrow. We're going to try to get us something done. And probably going to be able to work 2 days up there, and it's going to rain the rest of the week, I think. But put some good gussets in there too, didn't I? But other than that, we're going to probably work up there 2 days. Make sure I don't forget to get that DEF fluid. I'll make sure I stack it out here by the door. So you guys, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.